Hey, thanks for stopping by. I want you to imagine settling in for your favorite movie or playlist and feeling like something's missing. You hear the soundtrack, you hear the effects, but there's no presence. That's exactly the gap the S8-powered subwoofer fills in a way that actually matters. Before we go any deeper, take a quick look at the current price and stock. Powered subwoofers like this don't always stay at steady tags, and knowing where it stands right now gives you real clarity before you decide. You've lived with that flat feeling before, the scene that should hit hard, the music that should rattle something inside, and yet nothing really moves. You raise the volume, tweak settings, hope for depth, but it never arrives. That's the moment you realize you've been settling without even calling it compromise. Slide the S8 into your setup and that moment changes fast. It's not about being louder, it's about weight. That 8-inch driver and 250 watts of down-firing power don't just play bass, they place it where you feel it. Explosions in films stop sounding distant, they thrum through the space. Music stops being just heard and starts being felt. Even everyday audio suddenly gains room, texture, and emotion you didn't realize was missing. Whether you're watching a climactic scene, editing audio, or just chilling with a playlist, this subwoofer brings a presence that makes everything feel intended. And because it's built with clarity in mind, the lows stay tight instead of muddy, so your dialogue, instruments, and effects don't lose definition. Don't assume prices will calmly hover or stock will stay steady. Once people feel real low-end, deep, controlled, balanced, gear like this moves quickly. If you're hesitating because you think you've lived with fine enough sound, that's totally human. Most of us do because we get used to thin lows without noticing we've accepted them. But once you feel what real bass adds, not noise, not rumble, but presence, your whole idea of good sound shifts. What felt acceptable suddenly feels limited. One thing that genuinely surprised me? How calm it feels even when it's powerful. You don't have to blast it to feel impact. At everyday levels, the depth is there, warm, composed, and connected to what you're watching or listening to. That's the kind of upgrade that subtly changes how you enjoy every session. You feel sound fill the room, not just the speakers. You enjoy bass that enhances without overpowering. You trust your system to deliver emotion every time you notice detail you didn't know was missing. You relax into audio that feels complete. And yes, a dedicated subwoofer like this isn't the smallest add-on, and finding the perfect spot takes a little thought, but at some point, you stop bouncing between comparison tabs and just choose the thing that feels right. Don't let this become one of those upgrades you delay and later regret, the kind you look back on and wonder why you waited so long. Check the price, see if it's in stock, and make that move with confidence. Once you feel deep, controlled bass in your own space, anything weaker will feel like a compromise you don't want anymore.